Congressman, thank you so much. It's a very strange time. I think MAGA is under attack, and no matter what way you slice it, this is a political movement that is more under attack than any movement in America right now.
Yeah, it just isn't what you just reported on with those poor individuals that could lose their eyesight because they attended a Trump rally. I mean, this has been going on for several years, ever since Donald Trump went down that escalator, said he wants to make America great again. So they're coming after us. And, to think, you said, I mean, the second assassination attempt, I mean, my God, what the heck is happening? I think it's just very, very sad. It's just, you know what? They're trying to kill him because they know he's going to win. If Donald Trump had no chance, if they felt, this guy, he can't win, maybe they wouldn't be doing so many different attempts at his life. So I think he's going to win, Benny. I feel very confident. Divine intervention. I think Donald Trump wins this election because he has truth on his side, and I think he has the good Lord.
So you're saying that they want him dead. Who is the they?
Well, I think the deep state. I think there's obviously, you got the Democrats that, I mean, I'm considered an extremist. I mean, I'm considered one of the greatest threats to our country, according to Joe Biden, all these MAGA guys. You guys are all crazy. You don't love this country. No, we love our country. We love the flag, and we put the American people first. But the left looks at us as a bunch of just MAGA extremists that don't, support the Constitution, and we want to overthrow the government and everything else. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I think it's, there's, you look at Butler, I tell you, have you seen the latest and greatest out of Butler?
Please.
We had a committee hearing yesterday in Judiciary with HSI. They, the Homeland Security Investigations. They had 16 people, 16 agents in Butler. The FBI, the lead investigator in Butler from the FBI, hasn't spoken to any of them, not one. 16 HSI agents in Butler protecting security, supplementing the Secret Service. FBI never talked to any of them. And it's been, well over a month. What the hell's going on here, Betty?
Why weren't they Secret Service agents? I mean, HSI is this strange, very dark, very odd. They always seem to pop up whenever something bad happens, but they shouldn't be the ones protecting the president. They don't have the training for this.
I agree. Their mission is to look at these transnational criminal organizations and human trafficking, the fentanyl coming in. They're supposed to be working down there with ICE and Homeland Security. I also found out yesterday in this hearing that they're sending, think about this, she's got like 7,000 agents, this director that testified in front of our committee yesterday. She got about 7,000 agents. 1,200 of them, 1,200 are going to New York now for 2 weeks because we got the UN General Assembly up there. I'm like, why don't you tell them we got a problem at our southern border? 100,000 people are dying from fentanyl overdoses, all this other stuff, the sex trafficking, the human trafficking, and you're sending them to the UN, 1,200 of them? Unless you believe the UN, maybe some of us do, the UN's maybe a transnational criminal organization. I don't know. But what are you sending them up there for? This is ridiculous. Get them down there and help America, help protect the American people. Crazy.
It is crazy. None of it's making any sense. This is what we can't, the circle we can't square is how's a guy like Ryan Ralph, who has 73 different criminal charges, who has a felony for weapon of mass destruction, who's been in multiple standoffs with police. How's this guy, this career criminal, get a firearm? How does he get a firearm? How does he wind up 12 hours in the bushes? Why does nobody stop him? He was known to the FBI. The FBI did zero investigation. He's flying to Ukraine. Who's paying for it? He's unemployed. He's got a Joe Biden sticker on the back of his truck. Why are we the only people asking these questions?
Yeah, he's a problem too. HSI also, they had 4 agents, by the way, at the golf course last Sunday. They had 4 agents.
No way.
So, yeah, we got a problem here. If this guy was hiding in those bushes for 12 hours prior, I mean, that should have been a wake-up call for everybody. Listen, there's a lot of people out there. There are individuals out there that despise Donald Trump, and they will do everything they possibly can to kill him. It's sad to think about that right now, to think that every move Donald Trump makes, he's got to be concerned about some whack job out there trying to kill him. And it's a sad day for America, what we've seen. But I tell you, as I stated earlier, the good Lord is around him, divine intervention there. Donald Trump is going to win this election, and he'll make America great again. But we have to start holding the Secret Service, the FBI, and these other agencies accountable. And I don't think it's the average everyday man and woman of the rank and file. It's the leadership. We got to cut the head off the leadership.
Is there something that you learned in your Butler briefing yesterday that you could share with us? I know there's probably plenty that was incredibly frustrating. It does seem to be a massive problem. Secret Service isn't in the Constitution. You could totally reform the agency. If you have the right executive branch, you could change everything. What say you to a new President Trump on how to fix all this?
Well, I just think that, we obviously, Speaker Johnson formed a task force to look into the Butler rally. And I think, okay, so form a task force. It's bipartisan. Go out there and investigate. But when you look at the task force, and there seem to be some great members. I know you did something with some of the other members that aren't on the task force, but the results of the task force will be released. The report will be compiled and released on December 13th. I'm like, December 13th? What the hell good is that, December 13th? If you want to be on that task force, you should have been up here in August, subpoenas and everything. But no, we're going to release the report on December 13th. I think it's a couple months too late. And I don't know. I things just aren't running very well up here. They really not. Yeah.
So the SAVE Act and 158 Democrats voting against deportation for sexual deviants and horrible criminals. I mean, this is what happened last night. Can you sort of give us a state of play for the government shutdown? Is this going to happen?
Yeah, we had a CR yesterday, and we had the SAVE Act in it, and it's just holding states accountable, making sure that only American citizens, according to the Constitution, vote in our elections. But we know the Democrats, there's a lot of fraud, and quite honestly, they like to cheat. They'll cheat if they can. And obviously, we had 12 or maybe there were 14 Republicans that voted against this. I don't know what we're doing there, but this is what's going to happen now, Benny. You can mark it down, write it down right now. It's next week. We're going to come back, and Chuck Schumer in the Senate is going to send us a clean CR. There's not going to be any SAVE Act to protect our elections. It's going to come back, and they're going to have it. He'll fund the government till sometime in December, just before Christmas, before we want to go home. They're going to do it till December. And then it's going to be nothing but an omnibus in December. And it's going to be filled full of pork, even from both sides. It's not going to be Democrat. It's going to be filled full of pork. So right now, Chuck Schumer, make no mistake, he's in charge of Congress. And when I say Congress, I say both houses. Chuck Schumer is in charge of the House of Representatives and the Senate, because they're going to stick this right to us. They're going to stick it to us here next week, and then we're going to have to live with it.
I ask on behalf, early, vote by mail has already gone out in many states, including a bunch of swing states. So a little too late for your SAVE Act. Why the hell weren't Republicans doing this when voters gave Republicans the House 2 years ago?
Yeah, we should have done it at the beginning of the year and said, you either put HR 2, you secure a southern border, we're going to do nothing. We're all going to go home. We should have done it. I don't like the idea of shutting down the government. Most Republicans don't want to shut down the government because of dishonest media. They're going to blame Donald Trump and the Republicans for it because you can't trust the media. They lie just as much. So we've got some issues up here right now, but we should make sure that for the next 52 days or so till the election that we do everything we can to support Donald J. Trump. Next week here, I don't know if you know, but there's a great film coming out with Dinesh D'Souza. It's called Vindicating Trump, and it's going to be great. It hits theaters next week, and every American should see it, what the left has done to try to either put Trump in jail or try to kill him. They're trying to bankrupt him. It's going to be a great film by Dinesh D'Souza. Comes out next Friday. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I guess I have a final question for you, since you did bring up that they're trying to kill Trump again. Do you trust the Secret Service? Eli Crane was on our show earlier this week saying there's a mole in the Secret Service, and that we should that's a real probability that the Secret Service may potentially be criminally malprotecting Trump.
Well, when you look at the average, the men and women, the rank and file, I don't think I've heard the president say anything negative about the Secret Service as a whole. Now, we got some problems with leadership. We got problems, when you think about the FBI. I know a lot of FBI agents from my time as a county sheriff and law enforcement, and these are a lot of good, hardworking men and women. But Christopher Wray is a bozo, and he should be investigated. We should have him out of it. So it's the leadership of these organizations, I think, that are setting the op tempo and setting the policies. They're the ones that we really need to take a look at. So listen, Secret Service has problems. They obviously have manning issues. That's why HSI is out there augmenting and supplementing them. But we've got problems. We got to pray for our country in the next 50 days. But I'll tell you something, been up in Wisconsin, Benny, been up there a lot. It's looking good. I know it's a swing state, but I believe the people up in Wisconsin are going to support the boss, and he's going to win Wisconsin.
Yeah, just please no more microwave radiation weapons used against people. They're real, Congressman.
You know what will fix that?
China uses them.
You know what fixes it? A good cigar. You get a good cigar with a nice cigar around you. You start puffing on that cigar. Look at me. Hey. Nothing. Look at you. Just it keeps you. It's just good for you, Barry. It's good. You won't have any problems with any type of chemical agent coming in with a good Ashton.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the few buildings in America you can still smoke with impunity in is Congress. You can still smoke in your congressional office.
We love you, Benny. We love you. You're great. We love you. You're great. Make America great again. Make America great again.
That's right. They want to. Can you please show the people your tie? Just in case anybody doesn't see the full glory of that. There you go.
Yeah.
The hugging of the.
He's coming back. He's coming back. I'm so excited for him. I really, really am, Benny. This is it. This is the most important election of our lifetime. If we don't get him, we could have an absolute fool leading our country. And the electorate's got to be smarter than this. They just have to be.
Everyone, if this isn't reason enough, well, I don't know, man. You got to follow the great Congressman Troy Nehls of the state of Texas. 200,000 followers, Congressman. Yeah. Holy moly!
I don't have as many as you, Benny. How can I be like you? You are great. You're better looking, taller. You're just a great American, Benny.
My producers are saying we got to go. We got to come to your office to smoke a cigar. We should do that.
I'm all in, buddy.
That can be. We can do that. Benny Bruce, block it down. Okay. Thank you, Congressman. Godspeed.
God bless you, buddy.